you will always get what you want. You always get what you ask for. And that may not seem right at first glance, but let me show you why it is. You see, you are a happening, a manifestation, an outcropping of the universe. If you look at yourself on a very, very small scale, then you'll see that all you are is a collection of atoms, little balls of energy. And sometimes those collections of energy are so dense that they form mass. And in this sense, you're not that much different than a rock, or the chair, or the floor you're sitting on. And of course, what happens on the orders of magnitude larger than that makes us look quite different from a rock. But fundamentally, we are both intended to be here by the universe. The universe took the same little building blocks and allowed them to flourish into you, me, and the rock. But by being a manifestation of the universe, we are also the universe. We are it, acting out one possibility of the infinite amount of opportunities that are present in this all-encompassing existence. So it's clear that the universe undoubtedly wanted you to be here. Acknowledging that wanting is a very small and limiting way to describe what the universe does. But if we accept that terminology, what the universe wants happens. And since you are the universe, or at least a small part of it, what you want always happens too. The problem and the confusion arises because we mix up what we want and what we do. We think that what we want is what we do. But oftentimes we do things that we don't want. Or we want something and we fail to act on it. And that's because our conscious mind, the thoughts that we're intricately aware of, are often influenced by things that don't come from within. In other words, they're not our real desires and wants. They're the wants imposed on us by others. So everything that you truly, deeply, subconsciously want, you will do, and it will happen. And this is also why there are things that you think you want, but you don't act on them, you don't do them, and they don't happen. Because they're not your real desires. And that confusion, that lacking, arises because of the difference between what you want and what you do. You see, a better way to describe the universe manifesting you into existence is by saying that the universe simply is. It just does. And you, being the universe, are the exact same. Wanting is only a very, very small portion of what you are capable of. So the less you try to want things, and the more you are able to simply do, to exist, to be, the more clearly you'll see what it is you actually want. You see, we often consciously think that we want things, but our actions don't reflect that desire. And that's because it's not a real wanting. It's not something you truly seek. What you subconsciously desire more than anything else, you will do. And so in this way, you're always going to get what you want. Because you're always going to do what it is you really want. And whatever you do will be. It will exist. It will happen. And maybe you're quite comfortable with that. Or maybe it makes you uncomfortable. But the truth is, you've always been living this uncalculated life. You only imagine that you aren't. When you stop pretending otherwise, effort ceases. Real self-awareness arises, and real change can occur. Not as something you try to do or try to become, but as something that happens through you. And realize that all of this internal thought, turmoil, and reflection that you may be dealing with around this idea is exactly what the universe intended you to be doing. You are a happening of the universe that is intended to wrestle with this idea. So the more you can let go of this illusion of separateness, the more you can relax into the all-encompassing being that you are. The more you can understand what it is you truly want. And then you'll see why you always get what you want. And why what you most deeply want requires no effort except for you to be exactly as you are.